Malaysia Madani, rakyat disantuni, timur, barat, selatan dan utara. Malaysia Madani.
From Dataran Putrajaya, everyone, 3, 2, 1. Merdeka! 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 That is truly the Malaysian spirit, ladies and gentlemen. And for the first time ever here on TV2, we're bringing to you the live coverage of this year's National Parade 2025. 81 contingents, over 14,000 participants are about to walk this 2.1 kilometer route. And today, you're about to see your friends, your family on TV. But before that, let's first get to know the participants, or rather, I have the lead contingent, okay, the lead representative from Maxis, the Maxis contingent, Mr. Reza. So, Mr. Reza, this is your 4th year joining the National Parade. I want to ask you, of course, what is your favorite thing about the National Parade?
Okay, what I can say, the favorite thing, because you guys will miss the energy, the teamwork, and the community among everyone who attends here, because we feel proud, we unite, and also the freedom of being a Malaysian in one nation.
Wow! Like I said, if you are not here, you are going to miss the Malaysian spirit. Just to let everyone know right at home, we're here at the starting line of the parade. So I'm actually going to bring you around. Thank you guys so much. Again, if you are not here, you are definitely going to miss out. So other than our participants, we also have, of course, the assets, over 500 different assets. You have seen them on social with the cats, with the dogs. You also will see some of our fellow Malaysians who have been here since yesterday. I see on social some of them have been here since 5 p.m. So right now on the TV screen, you are going to see some of the pre-preparation before we actually started the National Parade. You will see some of the assets right over here. We're going to bring to you live. Can we have a BTS of this morning's preparation? So there you go. We have some of the assets. We have some of our Abang Bomba, some of our Abang Tentera currently, polishing the cars. You're also going to see the different floats, the colorful tree straws as well. And also, like I said, because yesterday we actually had the mini concert, so you see some people actually berkampung here since roughly around 5 p.m. Like I said, this year's theme is Malaysia Madani, Rakyat Disantuni, which at the end of the day, our government wants to uphold or put whole compassion for people. Like I said, if you are not here, you can also watch us live at TV2 as well as on RTM Click. And of course, give us your National Day shout out as well on our socials. Tag us at RTM_Malaysia. So to give you the grand update right from the grandstand, we're going to go back to Erin and Daryl.
From the loudest claps to the thunderous cheers, Zoe, I absolutely love the vibe that you have there. Hello and good morning, all of you. You're joined with us in today's National Day Parade 2025 as we bring you the live updates and the grandstand. First time ever on ground down here at Dataran Putrajaya. You're joined with me, Erin Cheong.
And my name is Daryl Baptist, and you're absolutely right, Erin. It is amazing over here, guys. If you haven't made your way here to witness this buzzing energy, fret not, because RTM is here to bring all the action to your screens, to your home, right here live at Dataran Putrajaya.
Yes, that's exactly right. From wherever you are watching, TV2, RTM, Click, or even Saluran Berita RTM, thank you for tuning in with us. Fret not, we will bring you all the updates. We have some of amazing lineups today and new contingents as well joining in for today's National Day Parade. What are the contingents, Daryl?
So we've got about 81 contingents displaying 508 unit assets. So many different types of different vehicles. One of my favorites is the animal assets that they're going to be displaying. We've got 116 of those. For those of you dog lovers, you're going to want to stick around for that, because it's so cute to see these sniffer dogs in their little socks walking around.
They might be in their socks or might not be in their socks.
Yeah, depending on how hot it is, but it is tremendously cute. And we also had a couple of different things they were doing very unique for this year. For those of you who have RTM Click on your mobile phones, you can actually experience the parade virtually from your homes. Okay, all you need is a pair of virtual goggles. Go on RTM Click, download the app, and check out that you can virtually be. Actually, you get a better view from where me and Erin is, because you'll be right smack dot in the middle where the main stage is.
Exactly, and like Daryl mentioned as well, here at RTM we are bringing you all different viewpoints and angles as well. We have various spider cams, Insta360 cameras to give you a full point of view vision as to how it feels like being down here, participating even in the National Day Parade this year, 2025. We are celebrating the 68th year of independence with this year's theme, Malaysia Madani, Rakyat Disantuni. Now, this is actually a reflection of the government's vision to strengthen national development through an approach rooted in human values, social well-being, and justice. Now, of course, we are all super excited for today's National Day Parade as to what's to come, but we have a very special guest, right, Darryl?
We do. And while we wait for our VVIPs to arrive, we also have another VIP here with us, okay? Everybody, please welcome, a warm welcome to Elena Murang. She is, she doesn't need any introductions, but she's one of the most famous female sape players in Malaysia. One of the first few, if I'm not wrong.
The first female performer.
There we go.
The sape, because they used to be played only by men.
Oh,
right,
amazing. So, of course, Elena, we also want to dive deep a little into your music as well. But we do want to ask you, in terms of National Day, today is in terms of National Day, have you participated in a National Day parade before? Have you brought sape out to introduce us to fellow Malaysians? And how do you feel today about, the National Day parade?
I have actually never been part of the National Day parade. I would say, I guess this is my first time.
Wow.
We will take note and we'll make sure that changes very soon.
Maybe I can be on a float next year.
Oh, we love that. We love that.
Yeah, but it's so nice being here. Everything's so joyful, and it's so nice having, seeing everybody come out and working together. I think that's the most amazing thing.
That's amazing. Now, of course, for our end, we are actually definitely looking at how, National Day is all about coming together. And even from Sabah, Sarawak, even from the northern part of Malaysia, everywhere, we just want to see an inclusive National Day parade for all our fellow Malaysians. Do you think there will be some Sarawakian heritage or cultural actions that will be highlighted today?
I hope there will be. I mean, this morning I saw a contingent walking by, and I could, from afar, I could see that they were Iban, because the headgear is so big, right? So I've definitely seen some Sarawakians. Looking forward to seeing more and seeing what there is in store.
Speaking about Sarawakians and headdresses, let's talk a bit more about the outfit you're donning today. How does that reflect your culture and the Malaysian spirit?
So this robe is actually a print of Iban Puak Kumbu.
Okay.
So the Iban Puak Kumbu is a hand-woven textile. Obviously, this is not hand-woven. So the motifs are, they usually mean something. I'm not sure exactly what these ones mean, but sometimes they represent crocodiles or animals or birds or bamboo shoots.
Historical element or describing of a certain object, I believe, of your culture.
Yeah, or they all tell like a story, for example.
Amazing.
And this was made by a design house called House of Antara. It's by two best friends. One is from Kuching, one is from Ipoh, and they aim to kind of tell the stories of Southeast Asia through their fashion, through what they make.
Do you know how amazing that is, that you've got, in our country alone, we've got so many different cultures. I mean, stories like that, you're talking about even the prints and the stories that they tell, and then you think about all the other cultures that we have and their designs and their outfits, and we all belong to the same nation. That just blows my mind.
And I think it's so amazing how, I mean, we've lived in Malaysia for decades now, and there's always something new to discover. There's always new food to discover, a new dish to discover, a new language to hear or a dialect to hear, and I think that's something that's so special about Malaysia.
Amazing. Yeah, that is the thing about Malaysia, and we get to see all of the different cultures, the different, I would say, heritage that we have, that we possess here in Malaysia, even some of those that you don't even know, you get to witness down here at today's National Day Parade. Now, Elena, we have a lot of different contingents joining us for this year's National Day Parade. We have some, I would say, ASEAN float. We have some MCMC floats. We also have some from Visit Malaysia 2026 floats and stuff. Which are you most excited to see?
Which am I most excited to see? I think I'm okay. So just now the LHDN float went by. And someone was holding up a sign saying, did you receive our happy birthday email this year? And I think like little touches like that are really heartwarming, you know, really the spirit of Malaysia. The way that sometimes things that are so formal can be informal and very warm, you know?
One of the things that I speak a lot with Arvin is how Malaysia we have a certain hospitality about us, and personal touches like that, even from such a corporate body, really does showcase that hospitality.
Yes,
exactly. It's nice,
Yes, that's amazing, because this is where we get to witness all of it. And right now on your screens as well, we actually have the arrival of Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Sri Haji Fadila Yusof, Deputy Prime Minister, along with Datin Sri Ruzia Muhammad Tahir as well, joining us here to witness today's National Day Parade 2025. Now he will be receiving the deputy honours by the main guard of honour from the 1st Battalion of the Royal Malay Regiment, and this is led by Major Muhammad Fikri bin Senan. We're truly amazed to see the spirit of togetherness among Malaysia's multiracial communities, as well as how Datuk Sri Haji Fadila Yusof has always highlighted in terms of how we could remain our strength as Malaysia.
It's nice to see all our ministers here today to join us, and the Rakyat. And I'm sure for the Rakyat as well, it's nice for them to witness all our ministers. I mean, they always see them on TV. It's nice to see them in person.
And here is a little visual from one of our spider cams that we're bringing to you right here on RTN. Is actually a human graphic choir, and these are actually a group of 2,000 people coordinated by the Ministry of Education, and you will be seeing them in action throughout the National Day Parade as well. They will be dancing to some tunes, so make sure you check that out and stay tuned with us throughout today's National Day updates. Now we are actually once again back here with Elena Morang. If you're newly joining us here on TV2, we have Elena Morang with us, singer-songwriter, and of course we know her as the famous sape player, the first female sape player that we know of, and she has been with us a couple of times, but first time ever here for the National Day Parade. Elena, it's actually our first time the grandstand of English grandstand being here on ground on National Day as well.
Yeah.
So this is actually a historic moment for us in this sense. So Elena, I do want to ask, because I believe you do a lot of performance. In your performance, you try to bring how you can introduce and revolutionize the modern tradition of the sape to the younger generation as well. Have you performed in any Malaysia-themed or Malaysia Day-related events, and are there any upcoming events that we can look forward to?
I've performed in a lot of Malaysia Day events or National Day events. I think there's ones at KLCC, the Ambang Merdeka.
Right.
Next week I'll be in Japan, actually, for for Hari Malaysia celebrations at Osaka Expo. So really looking forward to that.
You know, one of the burning questions that I had is, how does it feel to be one of the persons that's traveling around the world, putting Malaysia on the map? That surely, I mean, what does that feel like to you?
Well, to be honest, it's a bit of a dream come true. I mean, obviously, I love traveling, and I love my music, and to get to be able to do both is really something that's very special to me. I think when I was a bit younger, I did feel like it's kind of a big responsibility, and sometimes it felt a little bit heavy, to be honest.
Right.
But yeah, I think in the later years, I've just really taken it in my stride and just do what I do.
And you know, it's funny because I was watching one of your performances, and I think you were in Taiwan, and you just, as you were playing, you just had the biggest smile on your face, and you sort of just got lost in the music, and it was just, as an audience watching, you sort of get sucked into the energy as well, and I couldn't help but feel happy and sort of overjoyed myself. So you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
What I wanted to ask was, I also watched your music video, Warrior Spirit. Fantastic work, by the way, right? Now, it gained international recognition as well, and even won awards. Can you tell us a bit more of the story about what you were hoping to share through that video?
So Warrior Spirit, we shot it, I think it was in 2021, so that was still in kind of those RMCO, CMCO time.
Post-COVID moments.
Yes, and it was actually directed by my cousin, Sarah. She's really the mastermind behind that, and obviously the team. And we wanted to show kind of the...
my apologies, Elena. We actually just want to show to our viewers at home that we just have the arrival of Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi, Deputy Prime Minister, and he's here with Datin Sri Hamida Khamis as well. He's just received the Deputy Honours from our Maid Guard of Honours. We are truly honoured to have both our Deputy Prime Ministers here with us to join us, and shortly we will be having more VIPs joining us at the Royal Bogs of this year's National Day Parade. Now, Elena, yes, coming back to some of the performance and your music video that you were talking about, can you share with us more about it?
Warrior Spirit, it's an instrumental song, but we really wanted to show the spirit of who we are as Malaysians, especially during that time of lockdown and of, you know, post-COVID. And I think what really touched me about it was all these dancers and all the crew just coming together and creating this, because I think the Malaysian spirit can only be shown in a, you know, with many people, not just one person.
Yes, that's true, and that is the many people that we're also talking about. I want to show you guys a little on what is going on a bit in our background, because we are positioned at the start of, I would say, a start of the checkpoint of where the entire national parade begins. So we get to see all the contingents, the floats.
You can actually see them,
Yes,
just lining up
some
at
of
the
the
back.
floats, they're all lining up, they're gathered here to actually parade through, to start their march through the National Day Parade, as well as the U Mobile float. You see some of them under our economic and private sector floats as well.
I just want to tease, give the audiences at home a little tease, right? So last year, I don't know if you all remember this, but one of the things that went viral was the Abang Bomba, and you all know why they went viral. This year, if you enjoyed that moment, you're going to enjoy a lot more of that. That's just a little teaser. I'm going to leave it at that. I'll let you all be the judge as you all watch the rest of the parade continue throughout the day.
There's definitely more.
Plenty. I mean, yeah, for sure.
It's
There's
not
loads.
just about you know, some of the expected Abang Sados perhaps by some of our ladies who are watching at home. You should hear the cheers later on for some of our ladies in the crowd. But there will be more contingents as well as they line up at the back of us, and there are also some of the marching bands and the parade in front of us as well. There are different, I would say, contingents this year, including new ones such as the National Sports Contingent. There's also the Department of Chemistry Malaysia, and there's also more new contingents and floats as well, like the ASEAN Chairmanship 2025, in the line with Malaysia's ASEAN being the chairmanship for this year, and along with the Visit Malaysia.
That's the one, Visit Malaysia 2026. That's happening next year, of course. I, for one, can't wait to go on more holidays next year to explore the rest of our country, because as we mentioned earlier on, we're such a huge melting pot, and every state has so much to offer to all our Malaysians. And sometimes I really do feel like a tourist in my own country.
Of course, I feel like a tourist even being in Kuala Lumpur.
Oh, yeah.
Just going around the Petronas Twin Towers and stuff like that. Now, I do want to come back to our guests here on the show. Elena, what does... I believe I've not really asked you this, because I think as a Sape player, you and as a person, as a Sarawakian, bringing a lot of Malaysian heritage to be promoted to the world. I think there is a lot of meaning to this question to you. What does independence and Malaysia mean to you?
Wow, that's a big question. I think being Malaysian to me has always. Okay, I'm going to start it this way. So for college I lived overseas. And I think it was only then that I really came to appreciate Malaysia and everything that we have here. All the good food, all of the different cultures, all of the colorful clothes that we wear. And I think me being, that it's what really drew me to come back. And it's what really made me feel so proud to be Malaysian. Only the moment when I was away for a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm sure you miss the food a lot. I
Definitely.
think I always hear our guests, whenever we ask such questions, they always highlight the food in Malaysia.
of course, I think
there's
food
a-
really brings us together too, right?
There's a lot of what you said that I can relate to because I too grew up overseas.
Okay.
And we're going to be speaking a lot more about that later on. I do want to connect you on that. But on our screens, we could see, there we go. All right, this is the arrival of our Prime Minister. He's about to make an appearance.
Yes, shortly we have our arrival of Yang Berhormat Dato' Sri Anwar bin Ibrahim, Prime Minister of Malaysia, making his way down here, Dataran Putrajaya. You can see the crowd cheering on for our
Absolutely
Prime
livid
Minister.
there.
Now,
Trying to give him a wave. I can see it. Oh, there you go.
it's definitely a full house down next to the Royal Box. Royal Box, and yes, you can see. Look at that. It's really crowded down here. We're so excited and happy to see our fellow Malaysians full of patriotism and proudly waving the Jalur Gemilang as
course,
our Prime Minister drives past.
Dato' Sri is also accompanied by his wife, Dato' Sri Dr. Wan Aziza, Dr. Wan Ismail. Both of them will be making an appearance very shortly. Right now we can just see his hand. Nice little gesture there, giving the crowd a wave.
We're very excited
is.
to have our Honorable Prime Minister of Malaysia, and shortly he will be taking his position to receive the Deputy Honours from the Main Guard of Honour from the 1st Battalion of the Royal Regiment.
So just a quick recap, everybody, for what's, if you've just tuned in, we've got our VVIPs arriving on screen right now. You can see our Prime Minister of Malaysia has just arrived, and today it's gonna be an exciting day. We've also got our own minister, our Communications Minister,
Yes.
Dato' Fahmi Fadil, accompanying Prime Minister, Dato' Sri Anwar bin
Fahmi
Ibrahim.
Fazil here on ground with us as well. And like we mentioned, this is the Prime Minister Honours from the Main Guard of Honour from the 1st Battalion of the Royal Malay Regiment. And there is the Cuban Graphic Choir, total of 2,000 people, once again coordinated by the Minister of Education, giving a little Selamat Datang post for our Honourable Prime Minister. Truly remarkable to see the response here, and he's about to make his way up to the Royal Box once again with all our ministers, and we also have Dr. Wan Aziza as well, Dato' Sri Dr. Wan Aziza. Now there will be more VIPs as well joining us. We are of course waiting for the royal arrival of our Yang di-Pertuan Agong, our King and Queen of Malaysia, joining us shortly. But for now, we want to shift our gears back to our guest here, Elena. Now, this is, I would say, it's a remarkable experience for you as well, being here down for the National Day Parade, and to be able to celebrate with us. I would say it's truly an honor to have you. In your opinion, I would like to ask, do you think there is enough incorporation of traditional music, just in a general perspective, not just the Saping, in terms of traditional music and instruments that are being portrayed in the parade for our future generations to learn?
I hope so. I mean, in the kind of setting up today, I haven't seen any. I've seen some marching bands, some bagpipes, and I hope I get to see some traditional instruments coming through.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely going to be lots of representations of traditional instruments.
Of course.
But we'll have to wait and see what the parade has in store for us. Now, going back to what you said earlier about living overseas as a Malaysian, myself as well, one of the things that really brought a sense of pride to me was whenever I saw our flag flying in a different country. It's sort of, I don't know, there's just something about watching the Jalur Gemilang or seeing it in a different country that sort of made you feel like, oh, that's proud to be Malaysian. And then you meet somebody else who's also Malaysian.
And you
We get so
connect.
excited when we meet someone from Malaysia.
It's
Always
nice.
do.
I think that's what it is about being Malaysian. Is that no matter you can be from different cultures, and even when you meet abroad, you're still sort of like a magnet. You're drawn to each other.
It's like one big family. When I was living in Manchester just for 3 years, I waitressed in a Malaysian restaurant, and that was kind of where my little Malaysian hub was.
Right. And I bet that must have been nice too, to have the locals taste our local cuisine and you being able to serve them.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone in the kitchen and the staff, we were all Malaysian. Our boss was Malaysian. So yeah, it was a really...
You must get
lovely
so
time.
excited and giddy whenever a fellow Malaysian walks in. It's like, oh yes, we have a Malaysian. Amazing.
How well was the Malaysian food received by the people in Manchester, by the way?
Actually, the place that I work, they catered more for the locals in Manchester.
So that means it's not as pedas lah.
It's not as pedas, not as salty.
Right.
But it's still nice. I would say still keeping towards the more towards the authentic way. The chefs were from Penang, and we all know Penang has very good food.
Yeah. Okay.
Amazing. Now, once again, just to also recap a little to our viewers at home, we are here bringing you the grandstand live for today's National Day Parade celebrations down here at Dataran Putrajaya. And if a lot of you are perhaps, contemplating 50-50, whether should I head there, should I not, you really should. Join us in the crowd here. It's truly amazing to be able to see them in person. But if you're not able to, that's okay as well. As in RTM here, we're bringing you different angles and a variety, I would say, in terms of today's National Day Parade show. It's going to be one of a kind. You're going to get different point of views, and I believe there are also some POV cams on top of some our army tankers, Malaysian army tankers as well. That's also something we've not experienced personally, but a little teaser for you guys. And right now we are awaiting the royal arrival of His Majesty Sultan Ibrahim, King of Malaysia, and of course accompanied by Her Majesty Raja Zarid Sofia, Queen of Malaysia. Now, this is also a good opportunity for all our younger generation, even for adults as well, fellow Malaysians, to actually witness what it's like being in the parade and to receive our Yang di-Pertuan Agong, the protocols, the processes. We will bring everything live to you as well.
Correct. Now, as we await our arrival, as Irene mentioned, we also await your arrival. For those of you who want to come and join us here, guys, it's very, very easy to get here, by the way. All you got to do, if you want to skip the jam, skip the mess, just go park at Putrajaya Central. There's feeder buses running every 10 minutes, and it brings you directly into the heart of the parade. You're not going to have to do much walking. Just make sure you find a good parking at Putrajaya Central. Very simple, guys. Very affordable as well. So they've made it very, very easy and convenient for Malaysians to come and join us here at Dataran Putrajaya this year.
And it's not just the feeder buses from Putrajaya Central. There are also some, I would say, water-based ferries as well, carrying people. So depending on where you would be parking your vehicles around Dataran Putrajaya, there will be a means of public transport assisting you to bring you to the location of our National Day Parade today. Now, of course, maybe those of them at home, they fear in terms of road closure, or they may be stopped by traffic, heavy traffic as well heading here. But fret not, you guys, we will be bringing you all the live updates as well, even if you're not able to head down here. Now, this is once again our royal arrival of His Majesty Sultan Ibrahim, King of Malaysia, and accompanied by Her Majesty Raja Zari Sofia, Queen of Malaysia. Now this angle, tell us about that, Daryl.
Yeah, so this is, I think, being taken from one of our special angles. But if you really want to be in the thick of it all, ladies and gentlemen, all you have to do is download RTM Click onto your mobile phone, and you'll be able to basically join us here virtually via the app.
Yes,
and if you have 3D goggles, sorry, not virtual 3D goggles, virtual goggles.
And just to also share with you, this is actually an amazing perspective to witness that our Royal Highness, His Majesty Sultan Ibrahim, King of Malaysia, is actually driving our local Proton Satria Neo to our National Day Parade. Truly a remarkable view and experience to be able to witness this ourselves. Of course, once again, he's accompanied by Her Majesty Raja Zarif Sofia, and shortly he will be taking their steps for the royal salute and royal honor.
It's such a humbling moment to see this. Let's enjoy this moment, ladies and gentlemen.
Penguatan dari Batalion Utama Regimen Askar Melayu Diraja siap untuk operasi. Mohon perkenan tuan. melaksanakan acara konkur.
Perbarisan keluar kawalan kehormatan utama.
you're just joining us, as I was saying, we just witnessed the royal arrival of our King of Malaysia, Sultan Ibrahim, and we just had the inspection of the main guard of honor, as well as they march out of the royal box in front of our Yang di-Pertuan Agong. And later on, we actually have more, I would say the official ceremony now begins as well.
And if you guys missed it, it was such a humbling sight to see His Majesty and Her Majesty drive up to the Royal Box in a Satriya Neo.
Yes.
I mean, come on, that's
amazing.
That's nice
a
to see.
locally produced and assembled Proton car. He brought it out. I believe it's his own personal car as well when it comes to this. Now, for later on, we will actually be witnessing the flag raising ceremony of Jalur Gemilang by the Royal Malaysian Navy with a 14-gun salute. Representing 40 states in Malaysia. And we also have the pledge reading as well by our chief pledge reader later on by Lieutenant Commander Muhammad Firdaus bin Arbain.
That's
from
right.
the University of, from the National Defence University, and also he's part of the Royal Malaysian Navy as well. And he is actually a hero who saved 4 lives during the boat capsize tragedy at Teluk Batik, Perak on the 28th of August 2023, and we're so proud to have him lead the pledge reading of our Rukun Negara today. And we
That's
also have
right.
more as well.
I mean, because of his heroic actions, he actually was awarded the Federal Medal of Gallantry, Pingkat Jasa Perkasa Persekutuan on the 2nd of June 2025. And also with him performing the pledge will be 68 students from the National Defence University of Malaysia, UPNM.
Amazing. And later on, after the pledge reading, we will actually witness a performance of the new National Day theme song of Malaysia 2025, Malaysia Madani Rakyat Disantuni, by our Malaysia's pride yang berbahagia Dato' Sri Siti Nurhaliza, along with 68 students from the National Defence University and 30 cultural artists from the National Department of Culture and Arts. Now, Elena, back to you. How excited are you to witness Dato' Sri Siti Nurhaliza's performance today?
I'm really excited. She's just such a great singer, and she gets better, every year.
Yeah.
And her age says nothing about her.
Exactly.
Every time I look at her, I'm in awe. I
too.
just love her. And she looks so young, and so she always has the young spirit.
Yeah, and she just her voice is so captivating,
Yeah. How do you feel about her music? Do you believe it has, along with other genres that she has also produced, do you believe her heritage or cultural songs actually speak volumes?
I do. I think her songs, even from back then, they've always been kind of classic and timeless and relevant at the same time for that, for the time that it's released. And I think it's not an easy thing for an artist to do, but I think with a voice like hers, if she sings any genre, any song, I think, Malaysians just will always love her.
Yeah, she will ace it. Oh, we're going to be heading back to the Royal Box for the Negaraku.
Mohon hadirin terus berdiri hormat dan sama-sama mengikuti lafaz Ikrar Rukun Negara. Bacaan Ikrar Rukun Negara akan diketuai oleh Lieutenant Commander Muhammad Firdaus, Pegawai Laksana KD Sri Indra Sakti, Wira yang telah menyelamatkan 4 nyawa dalam tragedi bot terbalik di Teluk Batik, Perak pada 28 Ogos 2023. atas tindakan spontan, cekam dan penuh tanggungjawab awam ini. Ke bawah Duli Yang Maha Mulia, Seri Paduka Baginda Yang di-Pertuan Agong telah berkenan mengurniakan pingat jasa perkasa persekutuan pada 2 Jun 2025.
Turut serta 68 pelajar Universiti Pertahanan Nasional Malaysia usai lapas ikrar rukun negara ialah laungan keramat merdeka sebanyak 7 kali. Mohon diberi kenamaan dan hadirin sekalian berdiri hormat dan sama-sama melafazkan ikrar rukun negara.
Bahawasanya negara kita Malaysia mendukung cita-cita hendak mencapai perpaduan yang lebih erat dalam kalangan seluruh masyarakatnya, memelihara cara hidup demokratik, mencipta satu masyarakat yang adil di mana kemakmuran negara akan dapat dinikmati secara adil dan saksama, menjamin satu cara liberal terhadap tradisi-tradisi kebudayaannya yang kaya dan berbagai corak, membina satu masyarakat progresif yang akan menggunakan sains dan teknologi moden.
Maka kami, rakyat Malaysia, berikrar akan menumpukan seluruh tenaga dan usaha kami untuk mencapai cita-cita tersebut berdasarkan atas prinsip-prinsip yang berikut. Kepercayaan kepada Tuhan, kesetiaan kepada raja dan negara, keluhuran perlembagaan, kedaulatan undang-undang, kesopanan dan kesusilaan, Merdeka! 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 Merdeka!
Terima kasih hadirin, silakan duduk. Acara diteruskan dengan persembahan lagu tema Hari Kebangsaan Malaysia Madani Rakyat Disatuni, ciptaan lagu dan lirik oleh Afan Mazlan, terbitan bahagian muzik RTM. Dendangan Bidu Wanita Negara yang berbahagia Datuk Seri Siti Nurhaliza, kibarkan Shalom Gembira anda.
Malaysia Madani, rakyat di
Datuk Sri.
What a performance, ladies and gentlemen. Our Datuk Sri Siti Nurhaliza still got it. No matter how old she is, she just oozes
She
with...
never ages.
She never ages, exactly, right? And what a performance that was.
Yes, amazing. I always get goosebumps whenever I listen to Datuk Sri Siti Nurhaliza's voice. Truly amazing. Elena, what did you think about
I
it?
mean, it was so beautiful, and I love how she sings in that genre, like the very classical kind of sound is not easy to do.
Yes, but it's still very appealing to even us, like the younger generation. We're just it's also catchy.
Yeah.
Like we just
Very
want to sing it.
captivating.
Yeah, it's so captivating, and you know, when you hear it, you would just want to listen and just sway with it as well. I think I just love her music, especially when she
too.
does this kind of traditional music.
Yeah, me too.
One of the things that I really enjoyed was the human graphics that were behind her, that were supporting her. Those are a team of 2,000 people, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, okay? And coordinating 2,000 people like that, a lot of them are students, I don't think that would have been very easy to do as well, right?
Definitely. And
Yeah.
of course, we are about to begin with our National Day Parade 2025. Now, this is the highlight of today's event. We have many different national contingents, to name a few, economic and private sectors, even the security contingent as well. And right now, we're starting off with the national contingent with the first Puzida 1 band consisting of a total of 45 people. Now this actually stands for Pusat Latihan Muzik Tentera Darat, or rather Army Music Training Center, and this is actually led by Lieutenant Khairul Anwar. Now this is actually the official music of the Malaysian Army, and they serve as a central institution for training military music, many of which are sent overseas.
That's right, and we also have the contingent of the large Jalur Gemilang flag bearers. This is from the Military Training Academy from UPNM as well. That's about 100 people down there carrying that big Jalur Gemilang.
Yes, and I believe it's an 80 feet by 40 feet
That's right.
Jalur Gemilang as well, marching across the royal box. Amazing to see a mix of our national security, I would say, departments and organizations coming together to bear the large Jalur Gemilang flag. And coming to you right now, this is actually the SMK Seri Garing band led by drum major Siu Ting Tao. This is actually a brass band, a uniform body in their high school. And one notable achievement is that they've actually managed to receive a silver medal recently for the World Championship Marching Show in 2011. Amazing to have high school, I would say, students and the younger generation joining us.
And on screen right now, we've got the contingent of Jalur Gemilang flag bearers. There's about 100 plus people there as well. This is led by Captain KRS Lukman Al-Hakim bin Muhammad Tamias from SMKA Putrajaya. That sea of Jalur Gemilang is just blowing in the breeze. Really does send a sense of pride into all of us.
Right now on your screens, you're actually witnessing the Victoria Institution Band, consisting a total of 50 members. Now, this band was actually established in 1909, the oldest school marching band in Southeast Asia. And lately, actually, just recently, they managed to garner the overall champion for the senior field parade category under the 2024 Malaysia International Marching Arts Championship.
Quite a feat, Irene, quite a feat to achieve. Now we've got our national state flag bearers. Look at that, guys. Try and see if you can spot your state flag over there. All right, I can see.
Cheer on for your respective states as well.
There's about 100 members there as well, led by the Malaysian Red Crescent cadet Muhammad Kamil Ihsan bin Nazaruddin from SMK Putrajaya, Precinct 8.
Now, for those of you joining us, we've just started with our National Day Parade. There are various different contingents and also organizations are marching across the Dataran Putrajaya. Here we have the
Here is one of our exclusive for 2025. This is the ASEAN float that you're seeing here because we are the ASEAN chairmanship for this year. This is the ASEAN 2025 Chairmanship Contingent, coordinated by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, led by YM Raja Saiful Ridwan. It's got about 107 civil servants from various ministries marching through the square right now. And of course, you've got the 20 representatives from ASEAN and Timor-Leste embassies. And of course, on that float, you've got the 10 ASEAN flags on it as well. And the theme for this year, I just want to highlight, is inclusivity and sustainability. That's the theme that Malaysia has chosen as the chairmanship. And we're going to be seeing a lot of that theme, inclusivity and sustainability, throughout the rest of the parade as well, Arin.
Yes, that's exactly right. And right now you're witnessing on screen also a new addition with the ASEAN contingent. It's actually the Visit Malaysia Year 2026 contingent, a total of 120 participants and 16 trishaws representing state icons and federal territory icons as well. Now this is of course coordinated by the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, led by Yang Berusaha Tuan Chua Chun Hua. And amazing to see the colors that are brought forward, showcasing the flora, the fauna, the ethnic costumes of various communities, traditional musical instruments. Now this is of course welcoming the world to visit Malaysia 2026. Now once again you can see the specifically decorated trishaws that represent each state, and I would say they highlighted each important component or attractive and tourism site that they have in their states as well.
And over here we have the assets of the Jalur Gemilang Independence Expedition Contingent. Ladies and gentlemen, these guys went all over the nation to 88 checkpoints, right? Flying our Jalur Gemilang, inspiring patriotism in all Malaysians' hearts. I mean, round of applause to these guys. 88 checkpoints. You've got to be passionate to be able to pull off something like that. Not just passionate about being on a bike, but passionate for your country as well.
We're riding across Malaysia. Now, that is also an amazing experience for them to go along and, around Malaysia and to meet all the nation of Malaysia as well. Now, we're moving to our economic and private sector contingent, starting with the employees provident fund. Now, of course, they are main to know for promoting financial literacy and independence with the mottos "Save wisely, let's save, freedom from scams." Amazing to have a total of 97 employees from the EPF, or better known to you guys as KWSP, along with their assets.
Their assets, yes. Right there you can see on screen that was one of their mobile trucks, their roving trucks. Very, very cool.
Amazing. And they also offer on-the-go counter service. Now, along with some of the, I would say, economic and private sector contingent under social well-being and people's cluster, you notice the Permodalan National Berhad, PNB, or rather a National Investment Corporation, a total of 75 packs, along with 3 of their mascots, Along, Anga, and Achi. And
we've got the SOXO team as well out here, the Perkeso or SOXO Social Security Organization, with 75 packs carrying their portable beach flags.
Yes, and we also had the Retirement Fund Incorporated, KWAP, and we also had Angkansa. And right now, actually, what you're witnessing on screen is actually the
LHDN float. This is the one that Elena was mentioning that she saw earlier on.
Yeah, exactly. And this actually highlights My Invoice, which actually aimed at educating and promoting the implementation of e-invoicing throughout Malaysia as well. And right now we are actually
Republic Bank Group as well. It's nice to see all these banks come together. I mean, in the business world, sometimes they can be seen as competitors, but today, during Merdeka, we're all here as Malaysians.
Yes, and you also have the AKPK floater from the Credit Counselling and Debt Management Agency with their theme Financial Well-Being at Every Stage of Life. They put a people-first approach as well, along with other banking and finance sector companies that are joining through the parade.
Now we've got the Economic and Social Development Cluster. This is the construction and services sector. This whole contingent consists of 465 packs, starting of course with the placard bearers, Malaysian flag bearers, company flag bearers, contingent leaders. You have the YTL Corporation, UEM Group Berhad, MAHB, MAG, FGH, and of course MRCB as well. You can see the MRCB float on screen right now.
To see actually the MRCB float, just to highlight to you guys, they're actually showcasing iconic projects that connect people, green cities, and symbolize progress, innovation, and unity as well. Amazing to see the various floats along with their next economy, communication, and innovation for the people cluster. And we have once again, just to highlight to you, the MRCB float, as I was mentioning, as we move to our next sector. Yes, as you're witnessing on screens right now, we have the Tenaga Nasional Berhad, and they also have a mascot as well, along with four-wheel drive EV Maxus. We have
there's the mascot you were talking about?
Mascot.
Yeah.
The Salcom DG and the Dynacon is making another experience, and the Maxus as well.
Dynacon, of course, backed by popular demand from last year.
Yes, and along with, we have the Petronas Contingent, U-Mobile organization joining in under the cluster. Amazing to see, and right now we're actually moving to a little, yes, I know you can see some pandas on your screen as we have the Resources, Technology, Innovation and Human Capital Development Cluster. So amazing to see many of these companies joining in, as
yes,
you may
that's right.
notice.
We've got SD Guthrie and Mardi Corporation, representing our food resources management. We've got Mr. DIY over there.
Mr. DIY, we have
and
the Malaysian Society for Occupational Safety and Health.
Here we have the Grab. You can see the Grab contingent on screen. They're of course, they're of course trying to highlight that. They're trying to go green as well. Again, this is where we're talking about our chairmanship as ASEAN, where we're trying to promote sustainability.
Truly, and right now we're actually moving to the broadcasting contingent, and of course, as you notice, our RTM and our I would say our Ketua Pengarah, yang berbahagia Datuk Suhaimi as well with us, joining us, showing off RTM leading through the parade along with other broadcasting partners, Astro, and we also have Bernama, Mesa Global Berhad, My TV Broadcasting, Sendirian Berhad, and Media Prima Berhad as well, joining in along with the Ho-Ho bus, an asset of Astro with some recognizable faces.
Yeah, that was our Minister of Communications. Yeah, he must be very proud watching all his the contingents that represents his ministry go by.
Amazing, amazing. The response is absolutely amazing down here at Dataran Putrajaya. And now we're moving to the creative industry contingent. Elena, we have Agent Ali, we have Didi and Friends, Bobobai. Which is your favorite character right now?
I love Didi and Friends.
Didi and Friends?
Yes, I love Didi and Friends. I work with one of the co-writers of the songs.
Okay.
So I know it quite, I know it well.
Wow.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, Didi and Friends. I actually watch a lot of Didi and Friends because of my niece and nephew as well. They're probably watching me at home right now.
I mean, this is also Bobo Boy, another one, probably one of your favorites for your niece and nephews, yeah?
And it's actually a favorite of even adults in Malaysia.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of Agent Ali. I watch it even at this age. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. As we move to next, our national sports contingent. This is actually one of our very new contingents as well. And yes, we of course we have our
Minister of
Sports as well.
Minister of Youth and Sports.
And right now, and of course, this is also Elena, one of our very new contingents. You see some of the kids there as well. How do you feel so far about the parade? Are you seeing some of your favorites?
Yeah, I think it's great. The atmosphere here is so nice. I think at one point I actually felt like tearing up. It's just so much joy.
Yeah.
And you know, you get to see people who usually work behind the scenes or you know, not from our industry. Yeah.
Now we're going back to the parade over here. We've got the DRB HiCom. They're displaying 44 assets on screen right now. 15 Proton cars, also 29 Moderna's cars. Now Proton, of course, a pride of the nation because it was the first car produced by our by Malaysia, founded in 1983, May 7th. And of course, after that, Perodua came along with in 1993, but Proton being the first in the country.
Yes, and right now as we move to, in addition to the Proton cars that Daryl just mentioned, we also have the new EMAS as an initiative of sustainability and an environmental friendly approach of Malaysia, bringing to you electric vehicles, very own of Proton locally produced vehicles as well. And also one of Proton classic car that you've also witnessed our King of Malaysia driving in with the Proton Satria Neo earlier as well. And this is actually highlighting some of the electric vehicle assets that Proton has been producing lately over the years. And as we move past to the next contingent.
Besides the Protons, you notice a bunch of these familiar brands, and while they may not be Malaysian brands, they are cars that are assembled in our country, and that is why we're highlighting this, because this shows Malaysia's competitiveness in the EV assembly line globally.
Truly. So some of these brands of cars are maybe familiar to you, but perhaps not many know that they were actually locally assembled.
They're locally assembled.
And some of the parts were actually made here as well.
It really showcases the skills we have as a nation and as a people moving forward into the future, trying to, again, be in line with that sustainability theme.
Truly, and as we move to our well-being contingent as well, what you just witnessed earlier on the screen, we love our ministers cheering around, our VIPs cheering around for our parade as we move to the next public service contingent, the well-being contingent, and starting with public service, of course, a total of 220 members involving 30 ministries and government departments, represented by civil servants of diverse backgrounds, communities and sectors, including persons with disabilities, nurses, teachers, pharmacists, wildlife rangers, and each according to their respective fields of duty in support of the Public Service Reform Agency. We are truly honored to have them grace us through the parade.
To be part of the parade this year. I mean, just look at that coordination, folks. We're now moving on to Kementerian Perdagangan Dalam Negeri. Ministry of Domestic Trade and Cost of Living, KPDN contingent, which consists of 206 personnel over here. They're, of course, around to enforce price control, protect consumer rights, safeguard intellectual property, and also prevent the misuse of subsidized goods. So they really do look out for the rakyat in their own way.
Amazing to see KPDN as well gracing us with their presence across the parade as we move to our Civil Defence Force Malaysia band, starting with our led by Drum Major Defence Sergeant Major 2 Muhammad Hafiz, of course, starting with the APM band, and of course at the back we have followed by the Civil Defence Force Malaysia, 265 people, members coming across the Royal Box as they walk through the Jataran Putrajaya parade. Amazing to see this.
For those of you who are wondering why there's so many bands, bands are very, very important for parades, ladies and gentlemen, because not only does it create that fanfare and that excitement in the air, but it also keeps everybody in check and in line as they march to the beat.
Truly, and we have more of the Civil Defence Force assets as well.
Oh my goodness, sorry to interrupt you there,
yes,
Irene,
your
but
favorite
one of my
asset,
favorite
Darryl.
assets. They're not wearing socks today, which means the floor is cool. But I mean, just look at how cute he is. He was a bit afraid of the sirens, but can you blame him?
He's adorable. And yes, again, once again, some of the Civil Defence Force assets, as you witnessed, the light rescue vehicle, the rapid rescue vehicle Raptor as well, and some of the mascots from the Civil Defence Force Malaysia. Now, with the slogan of Ready, Swift and with Integrity, APM stands prepared to carry out its duties in disaster response in line with the latest technological developments that they are showcasing right now to you.
It's nice to see a bit of a difference with, instead of Abang Sado, we've got the Kakak APM this year. Oh my goodness, there we go, little Oyen on screen.
He's probably the chief of security in APM.
I like that sign. It says, "Ada yang jealous ke jalan kaki?"
Yes, we truly are. That we couldn't be a part of this. I would love to be aside to the foyer and just pet him while he marches through the parade. Amazing response down here, Jataran Putrajaya.
Now we're going to be moving on to the People Volunteer Corps, commonly known as RELA. Now, I'm a big fan of RELA because they are very, very reliable when it comes to organizing events. Yeah, I give it a bit of a dad joke for you there, guys, for those of you watching from home.
And of course, we know RELA is actually more of, I would say, they are versatile. They do everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
They are everywhere. I've seen them at weddings, I've seen them at charamas, anywhere and everywhere we need organization and help, they are there.
Truly, and of course, this is the contingent of the Malaysian Volunteer Corps Department, RELA, once again, 207 members, and also showcasing some of our traditional Malaysian outfits and their uniforms, as well as they will be assigned a different task along the way. Now with the theme RELA Evolution, this is actually led by Deputy Commissioner of RELA, Muhammad Rosdin bin Dami.
That's right, followed by their Setia Perwira Band. This is from the Immigration Department of Malaysia. 60 packs strong, ladies and gents.
Yes, amazing. Setia Perwira Band that you just showcases as well. This is actually, they also placed second in a marching band competition by the Ministry of Home Affairs recently, which is led by DROM Major Immigration Officer Muhammad Amar Hakim and Kelvin Sim.
All right. Great stuff from the band there.
Yeah, of course, we love seeing the bands before the actual parade contingent.
I really do. I mean, some of the instruments, I like how they've really polished it up for the parade. I mean, if there's ever a time to show off, it would be now. And showing off on screen right now, ladies and gents, we have our Immigration Department of Malaysia contingent. It's got 207 people, all right? 207 people up there on your screen. And they're, of course, in their different uniforms. Because they're from different departments from the immigration, of course, the immigration doesn't just stamp your passports when you arrive at a port.
That's
just one of their tasks. They actually handle so many other tasks. And you can see that through their uniforms and the different equipment that they're carrying out today.
Truly, and with the slogan of professional, integrity and friendly, this contingent is actually led by Immigration Director Mr. Muhammad Anas, with a strength of, like Darryl mentioned, 207 officers comprising of senior immigration officers, immigration enforcement officer, and even more PKK and PASTAC as well. And right to see on screens is actually the Mega Symphony Band, part of the Road Transport Department, JPJ, followed by the JPJ contingent as well.
They're also 207 packs strong. Of course, they're getting their salute from their boss.
Yes, and along with their assets as well under JPJ, and I think many of you are probably familiar with some of these JPJ assets that you may be keeping a lookout or keeping an eye out
On the
when you're on the
streets,
streets, when you're driving, possibly to avoid maybe.
Depending on which side of the law you're on, hopefully you're all on the good side of the law, okay? And you'll be looking out for them to protect our streets and make it a safer place.
Truly. Now, some of the featured assets under JPJ is, of course, the motorcycles driven by the Falcon Unit and various drivers' licenses, enforcement vehicles. Some Kakak JPJ.
And there you go.
The Abang Sado JPJ. He's giving us a little hashtag of Abang Sado JPJ as well. Those of you who have taken a video, make sure you use the hashtag I love PMX.
And then hashtag Abang Sado JPJ. Interesting. Very interesting theme this year. But as I mentioned earlier when I was teasing this, that you're going to be seeing a lot of Abang Sados by the end of the parade.
Abang even more Sado.
I'm going to let y'all decide at home which Abang Sado is most Sado.
Truly. And right now we actually have the Malaysian Prisons Department Henry School Band as well, led by Inspector Azhar Afifi and assisted by Band Sergeant Major, Prison Band Sergeant Major Sharizan, as well as their Malaysian Prisons Department contingent consisting a total of 207 packs, led by Deputy Superintendent Muhammad Amirzan Abdullah. Now, what are they known for mainly, Daryl?
The Malaysian Prisons Department? Well, yeah. So one of the things that they do is they try to give out the inmates. I mean, everyone makes mistakes, okay, but they do try to give them sort of implement rehabilitation programs.
Like
try to give them
service and
yeah, exactly,
service,
and give them a second chance at life, essentially.
So they're definitely committed to guiding individuals' well-being as well, just to ensure the well-being of our nation along with
We're now moving on to the Royal Malaysian Customs Department band. They are 50 personnel strong.
We have the Royal Malaysian Customs Department band, followed by the Royal Malaysian Customs Department contingent, a total of 208 people, led by Assistant Director of Customs, Mr. Muhammad Khairul bin Mad, with a strength of 208 personnel, once again fully equipped with various types of firearms. Amazing to see their equipment and those that you've mentioned as well. As you can see, some of our senior customs officers, custom officers WK1, officers from the passenger inspection, enforcement operations, and marine and narcotics division as well. Oh, Daryl, we have
one of my favorites again. This is one of the animal assets. All right, this is 10. They're displaying 10 sniffer dogs here. The canine unit for the narcotics and tobacco detection. Now there, the socks are out, the shoes are out. I think that's a Labrador, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, it's a Labrador. Oh, look at the little buddy. He's so happy marching through the parade. And along with the Royal Malaysian Customs Department assets as well, a total of 8 assets. Now, of course, they are mainly known as the economic army of the nation, driving economic growth, the collection of indirect taxes with the vision, excellence in customs service. Amazing to see some of their assets marching through the parade. A little showcase for us as well.
I mean, I like the fact that they're posing so sternly, because a lot of the kids that are present here today would be witnessing this for the first time, and hopefully it inspires them to want to join some of these bodies in the future. A lot of the times as kids, all we see is the army or the air force, but we forget that there's so many different types of bodies in Malaysia that really can inspire and protect our country.
Yeah, that's exactly it. This is a place where we can learn as well. And what you see on your screens right now, we have the Department of Chemistry Malaysia, a scientific agency under the Ministry of Science, Technology, Innovation, led by chemist Tuan Haji Muhammad Yazid bin Ibrahim, comprising of 60 chemists
That's right.
As well, renowned for its expertise in, of course, forensic, environmental and chemical safety analysis.
And over here on your screen, that's their mobile lab, one of their assets that they're showcasing this year. That's so cool because they can drive that lab anywhere on site should they need to perform their service or their act of service.
Yes, mainly actually especially designed to respond to disaster incidents or chemical threats. So it's a really good initiative that they have, in which now we have the Smart Malaysia Contingent. SMART, of course, stands for Special Malaysia Disaster Assistance and Rescue Team. It's also the nation's elite search and rescue team under NATMA.
That's right. Now we've got their assets. You can see their assets here on screen. They've got 6 assets, and they're also going to be highlighting 12 personnel from their asset contingent. These are some UTVs that you can see on your screen, followed by lorry, container, hook lift.
Wow. Never heard of that before.
Yeah, a lot of the assets that we're going to be seeing today, for me personally as well, it's going to be first time for a lot of us witnessing these assets, not knowing that Malaysia actually had.
We never knew that they actually possess this kind of high-tech equipment as well. It's really amazing to see them bringing us this equipment, showcasing to us in the parade.
That's right, and if you turn your focus back onto the screens right now, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Jambatan Bomba, the Fire and Rescue Department of Malaysia. This is their band, with 60-man strong band, along with the contingent as well. They've got about 207 people. Now, I know everybody's waiting for the moment, okay? We're all waiting for the camera to pan to see the Abang Sado or the Abang Bomba. All right, your time will come, ladies and gents. Just give it a second. All right, let's pay our respect to the rest of the contingent. There you go. Abang Sado,
All
Abang
the ladies
Bomba.
in the crowd are going a bit crazy there, waving their flags. I'm not sure in a feel of patriotism or in a feel of happiness looking at our Abang Sado.
Extra enthusiasm in the flag waving there.
In the flag.
And of course the Kakak Bomba as well.
Joining us now. Earlier you actually witnessed some of the one of their canine units, I believe, part of the animal assets. They have sniffer dogs, part of the Fire and Rescue Department of Malaysia. Now you actually witnessed some of their, I would say, costumes and their uniforms of their bodies. They actually represent different tasks and duties and missions that they have to
There, Abang belanja. Abang belanja. Abang Sado belanja sikit tadi, guys.
Are you feeling intimidated now, Daryl?
I don't think I'll ever be able to reach that level, so no, not really intimidated.
How do you feel about our Abang Sado up at the, Fire and Rescue Department?
Well, I think it's something that really brought the nation together at some point, and then, every year after that. But it's really nice seeing all the kakak there as well.
Yeah, it's nice to see that they're being included this year as well.
The combination of us coming together. So far, what is your favorite thing about the parade? Do you have a favorite contingent?
I have to say I really like the dogs as well, and the animals and the oyen, but just watching all the different marching bands go by is very nice as well.
Amazing, yeah, because it's nice because we also get to listen to some music, and those that they also perform in more of a formal ritual.
Yes.
Most of these we don't really get to experience or witness outside of this as well. As we move to our next contingent under national security, the first band that you're witnessing is actually the Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency, led by Lieutenant Maritime Muhammad Amirul bin Abdullah, assisted by Warrant 1 Maritime Officer Abu Bakar, and Drum Major leading Seaman Maritime Rahmat, part of the Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency band, totaling of 41 people.
That is right. And now, ladies and gents, that is about 310 people there, yeah, by the way, guys. Okay, these are the guys from the Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency. This is their contingent, 310 packs, proudly marching there, representing their contingent, and more so than that, displaying their patriotism. Being a Malaysian on the 31st of August just means something completely different.
Truly, and it's actually led by Maritime Commander Muhammad Khairul Azhar, as well with 399 male and female enforcement personnel. And now you're witnessing the assets under the Malaysian Maritime Enforcement
Yep, they've got 5 assets that they're displaying along with 30 people as well. Some of the assets that you can see on your screen, ladies and gents, are some boats. They've got boat Bentang, airboat as well, and also a mobile surveillance unit, MSU.
Yeah, apparently they're actually very equipped with the radar surveillance system, both showcasing land and sea assets as well. Some of the mobile surveillance unit as well as the 4-wheel drive vehicle, which is able to operate across all types of terrain and weather conditions under the Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency.
Yeah, we're now moving on to the mounted unit, the Royal Malaysia Police or PDRM mounted units. The cavalry have arrived, ladies and gentlemen. And look, oh, the horse giving us a bit of a nod.
They're nodding their heads, enjoy. Oh.
I don't know if they're nodding their heads or bobbing their heads to the music, one of the two. Either way, we're proud to have them here with us today.
Either way, they look happy, they're smiling.
I like their little hats that they've got on that covers their ears.
Yes, and this is actually led by the Honourable Police Commissioner, Dato Sri Azmi bin Abu Qasim, the Director of Internal Security and Public Order, who is actually right at the front on the mounted detachment.
Focus our attentions on screen right now. You will see the contingent of PDRM. Starting off with the placard barriers and the Malaysian flag and PDRM flag bearers as well.
Yes, a total of 25 people there following the Royal Malaysia Police Central Band, PDRM's own band, led by Superintendent Muhammad Fazila bin Muhammad Noor and Drum Major Corporal Muhammad Farul Reza bin Ramlan.
You know, I absolutely love all the different uniforms that we're seeing today. Even within one body, like even within PDRM, they've got so many different types of uniform. Very, very nice to see on display.
All right, as we are also witnessing it through the parade, I want to show you across what's happening at the back here.
It's crazy, guys.
It's
Check that
crazy.
out. You've got some, I think there's some missiles. You'll see them on your screens later on, but for right now, you can see all the actions going on behind us here. And it's not just over there by the main stand. If you were present here with us right now, you'd see all this happening all across Dataran Putrajaya.
Across, and we actually have some of these assets from the Royal Malaysian Navy, which you will also be witnessing shortly. Some of the missiles, now these are things that we don't get to witness on a day-to-day basis. Alena, how is your view right now? Do you like what you see?
I think seeing all the missiles is crazy. No one just never think about it.
Yeah.
And they're huge.
Yeah, right. And you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
These are the things we don't really think about.
And they've got all the different names as well,
which we don't even know.
We don't even know what they are.
But it's nice of them to display, so we also learn from it as well.
Now, for those of you who are here with us today, if you have made it to the parade, trust me, guys, if you're here with your kids, you're going to be creating some core memories with them right now.
Yes, and of course, we're back bringing you the updates of today's National Day Parade 2025 here at Dataran Putrajaya. I love the response that we actually garnered here as well. Now we are actually looking at the operational attire contingent, which comprises of General Duties Operations, the Marine Police, the Air Operations Force, Federal Reserve Unit, Light Strike Force, and along with other commando operations as well.
And now, another one of the highlights, we're going to the animal assets, the canine unit, with 16 handlers and there's 16 puppies. I want to call them puppies. They're not really puppies, but I always call them puppies. I mean,
we would love to call dogs puppies all the
no
time.
matter how
I want them
old
to
they are,
stay small forever.
They will always be a puppy to me.
Truly. And these are actually more of the Royal Malaysia Police, PDRM assets as well, led by the Honourable Deputy Commissioner, Dato Sri Muhammad Yusri bin Haji Hassan Basri, the Director of the Traffic Investigation and Enforcement Department from PDRM. Now, I think some of these vehicles may be familiar
not so familiar to some of our viewers, but you've definitely seen them patrol our streets, keeping us all safe on the ground.
Truly amazing to see the different equipments, the transport type that they use, and once again, for different missions, different tasks that are assigned to them as well. I think these are familiar cars, along with the JPJ cars that we saw earlier.
Similar
This is probably
situation.
one that we also keep a lookout for on the streets.
By the way, I just want to highlight, guys, the view that you're getting right now, especially right now, is from a POV cam. This is what me and Erin were talking about earlier, how this year's parade is a bit more special. We've got POV cameras stationed on some of the assets. We've also got the spider cam that's flying through the sky, giving you aerial views of the parade. And just look at that sea of Jalur Gemilang just being waved, the Malaysian flag being waved in the background. I absolutely love these scenes right now.
Yes, and these are some of the point of views that even we've not experienced before ourselves. So it's truly refreshing to see what it's like, the experience of these officers being on their assets. How does it feel like? How does it look? We are here to give you all the 360 view as well. And right now we're showcasing more of the armored tech that is owned and possessed by the, I believe, Royal Malaysia Police, PDRM.
We've got the Puzira 2 band now on your screens, ladies and gents rather. They are 36 men strong.
Yes, and we also want to showcase once again for our own, the tankers from our Malaysian Army. The tankers, I think this is also one of the biggest highlight for some of our viewers at home, for our crowd here in Dataran Putrajaya as well. Amazing to see them in action.
You know, this was one of my favorites as a kid because my dad was in the army. He was a major in the army, and whenever we went to the National Day Parade, he would take me, and I get a bit of like special access. He would take me inside one of the tanks, and that was a core memory for me as a child as well. Like I mentioned earlier, if you're here with your kids, you're definitely unlocking some core memories with them as well.
Amazing. And now we're coming back to our parade as well. We actually have the Malaysian Armed Forces Reserve Force consisting of Territorial Army Regiment, Royal Malaysian Navy Volunteer Reserve Force, and the Royal Malaysian Air Force Volunteer Reserve Force, all led by Lieutenant Colonel Professor Technologist Dr. Muhammad Zul Zana from the Reserve Officers Training Unit. Now this is actually a combined, once again, you notice the Royal Malaysian Navy Volunteer Reserve Force and the Royal Malaysian Air Force Volunteer Reserve Force. Yes, this is P15.
We've got the ladies brass band, Semboyan Diraja. This is a band that comprises totally full of just female band members. Amazing to see them join us this year.
Yep, a total of 39 women actually joining us here, followed by, of course, the combined women's contingent of the Malaysian Armed Forces.
Yes.
A total of 207 members marching proudly, comprising of 3 officers, 206 personnel in segregate, representing the 3 branches of service, the Army, Navy, and the Air Force. It is led by Lieutenant Colonel Nur Hafifah.
Also all females. I just want to highlight that once again, ladies and gents. It's great to see that they've got their the ladies are getting their fair share of representation in our parade this year. And on your screens right now is Puzira 3. Once again, Puzira was the training band, or the band training school for the Army. That's the one. These guys have got international recognition, by the way, as a music school for the military. They even trained in 2015. They trained the military band for Timor-Leste.
Yes, and we also have what you're seeing on screens right now, ladies and gents, the United Nations Mission Contingent. A total of 207 personnel as well. Now, which will be carrying the peacekeeping mission in southern Lebanon from the 5th November 2025 until 5th November 2026. 26. Now this is actually led by Colonel Haji Muhammad Rizwan bin Abdullah, and it's comprising the Malbat mission. It's actually a joint force comprising of the personnel of the Malaysian Army, Royal Malaysian Navy and Royal Malaysian Air Force, as well along with civilian officers from the Ministry of Defence.
Those people truly deserve all Malaysia's respect. And now moving on to our next band, this is the Royal Malaysian Air Force, TUDM. This is their band right now on screen, ladies and gents.
Yes, and the Royal Malaysian Air Force contingent, of course, we have the, it's actually led by 207 personnel led by Lieutenant Colonel Asrul Faisal. And the contingent regiment Sergeant Major is Warrant Officer 1 Air Force Muhammad Hidayat. And of course, they are bearing the motto, always in the airspace. Now, of course, one thing to also highlight, another approach from the Royal Malaysian Air Force is the air show that we will be having towards the end of our National Day Parade today. I think a lot of you will be awaiting for that.
Now, before we turn our eyes to the sky though, if you look on your screens right now, you'll see the assets from the Air Force. We've got a rapid or 3 trailer missiles and also a rapid rover, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, and of course they have all those, the Starstreak missile carrier vehicle as well, I believe, an air defense vehicle capable of providing a low-level air defense against enemy aerial threats at an effective range of up to 7,000 meters.
Again, Irene,
the high-tech tech I'm telling you about.
It's nice to know that we have these things, even though Malaysia is a peaceful nation and we never promote violence, but it's nice to know that if anything were to happen, we do have the assets to protect ourselves.
We are well prepared. And just also to share with you what's going on in the background right now, our Malaysian Army taking their positions to showcase their assets, their uniforms, their contingent as they march across today's National Day Parade 2025. They will be crossing the Royal Box. You'll be able to see them further.
I don't know if you can see, but just over there, that's also some of the personnel that they're exclusively highlighting.
We shall hide it for
this
you
year.
right now.
Yeah. Cover thine eyes. Children, look away, children.
All right, let's move back to our National Day Parade today as we head to our Royal Malaysian Navy contingent led by Commander Abil Ashraf, and they are actually from Lumut, Perak, and with their motto, ready for sacrifice. Actually, all our Malaysian Army, our Malaysian national security bodies are always ready for sacrifice.
All our armed forces personnel, I think they've been doing a great job, not just locally, but also abroad, ensuring that peace, or trying to mediate peace as well.
Truly, and what you're witnessing on screens right now is the Royal Malaysian Navy assets. They have the first trailer equipped with some Exocet missiles, naval mine, lightweight torpedo, A244S as well.
So it's got some high-end military watercraft earlier.
Truly. Very nice to see. And right now on screens you have the combined brass band of the 1st Battalion Royal Malay Regiment and the 1st Battalion Royal Ranger Regiment of the 12th Brigade under the Hybrid Army contingent.
I don't know if my father is watching right now, but he was part of the Ranger Corps, so this would be a proud moment for him. He's of course retired, but it should be a nice feeling to have your Ranger Corps represented on TV.
Amazing, and as we have the Hybrid Army contingent as well, a combination of combat support and service support elements. So that is the Hybrid Army that we're bringing to you, led by Lieutenant Colonel Sharul Nisa. They're showcasing a variety of their costumes and attire as
That's
well.
right. I'm sorry, Aaron, but if you're hearing some loud noises for those of you back at home, that's because a lot of the assets are moving right behind us. You can see them, the tanks, all the different terrain vehicles are just running by us, and they're quite loud.
Oh, amazing, amazing. Now, we're back with our Hybrid Army contingent. We can see some ghillie suits in there, which I think I want to highlight that we mostly see in video games.
Yes, exactly. A lot of these kids would see these as video game characters, but it's nice to see them IRL in real life.
And here we have some of the Malaysian around, I believe, the ceremonial horses that we
That's
have.
right.
Oh, we have a bit of action there.
That's right, one of the horses showing off a little bit there.
We're happy he does. We're happy he did show off a little. And as we move next to some of our military police assets, as they are showcasing on your screens right now, some hybrid army assets as part of these, featuring some BMW motorcycles that you have just witnessed, terrain vehicles, some wagons as well, and rapid ranger vehicles, light forward repair vehicles, and some of these names that we've not even heard of. But it's amazing to see these equipments, these machineries. What are they comprising of, or what is truly about as well for this parade?
We're just going to give you a second, ladies and gents, to truly marvel at the spectacle on your screen. This is truly Malaysia at its best, you know. I mean, every Malaysian watching this right now, it's kind of hard not to feel proud for your country, you know. I mean, oh, look at that sight with the Jalur Gemilang and our assets from the military. Amazing. What an inspiring
and their
display.
uniforms, how they're camouflaged, their strategy, movements. It's truly amazing to witness them in action, and at least we get the opportunity to see them here in this parade. Elena, how are you feeling so far about our parade this year?
Oh, it's really amazing, like especially seeing all the military tanks and vehicles up close.
Oh, Elena, we have some Abang Sado here for you.
This is the one I was telling the kids to cover their eyes, because, I mean, we've seen a bunch of Abang Sados all day, but this one, they really are just showing off. I mean, come on, guys.
They're here to be rather viral on social media. I think we will
extra
see,
Sado. It's like the Abang Sados are having a competition, you know? I mean, look at that, lah.
Look at them in action, wow, Daryl. Are you feeling intimidated right now? Look at his arm right there.
100%. I'm feeling intimidated, yes, as a gym buff, but as a Malaysian, I feel proud because I would want them to be the ones protecting us.
Actually, just to share with you guys, taking part are these 26 bodybuilders from the Malaysian Armed Forces Bodybuilding Association. They are actually part of a Mr. Asia champion.
I see.
And also at the 57th and Asian and 19th Southeast Asia Championships 2025 that they have had.
I like how you know that, Arin.
I know that. And we have actually the brass band of the combined 10th Parachute Brigade right now here on your screens. A total of 55 members, followed by the 10th Parachute Brigade Contingent, also known as the Rapid Deployment Force, led by Lieutenant Colonel Yusrin Azwan. And they were actually, Daryl, established back in 1993. And this contingent is actually not just in land, it's actually everywhere. They are based in land, in sea, in air, everywhere.
Wherever their service needs them, wherever the country needs them, they are willing to go without no questions asked.
Yes, with their motto, swift in action, that is how I see them as well.
And now we've got some of their assets on your screen.
And I believe these are some of the assets that we showed to you guys earlier in the background.
Yes,
as well.
the ones that were making all the big noises.
Yep.
Or the loud noises, rather.
The 10th Brigade assets, Para, and the movement of assets of 4 Brigade mechanized, along with some of their vehicles. Yes, there we go, the tankers.
Some of the vehicles, some scramblers, and also some called a supercat or supercat.
Your experience being one? Do you actually have a memory of?
I do. I mean, okay, so the POV that you're seeing on your camera right now, that is exactly the memory I have. My dad put me on top of the tank right there.
So this was your point of view?
Yes, it was.
Okay, wow,
yeah, and
amazing.
as a kid, you know what you know what it's like. You only play with tanks as toys, but to actually go inside one and sit on top of one, it was just really. I mean, it's etched in my memory till now.
Yes, this is what RTM we're looking to bring to you right here. The Insta360 camera that has been attached to the vehicle to give you a little point of view of what it's like being in the shoes of one of these high intelligence officers as well, part of our army.
Amazing shot right there, if I'm saying. Beautiful. And you can even see right in front of you there's the little RoboCam. That's also one of the assets of RTM, should I say, right in the front there, the little RoboCam that's following along with the tank. So that gives you the opposite angle view. This one I think is from our Spider Cam. So we're getting lots and lots of different angles today to give you a really immersive experience. But of course, Arin, if you really want the full-on immersive experience, go and download RTM Click, Arin, and go and join us via virtually using your virtual goggles.
Yes, amazing to see all of these contingents as well as they move across. And we have right now using on screens is actually the Central Band of the Royal Army Corps, KAD, a total of 51 members, and followed by the Malaysian Armed Forces Special Forces Contingent, a total of 203 personnel consisting of the 21st Special Services Group, the Naval Special Forces and the Air Special Forces. You may hear of the, I would say, abbreviations, the Pascal.
That's right.
The Pascal. I think you're familiar with these terms.
Made famous also by the recent movie that we had as well, okay? Now, ladies and gents, behind the uniforms and the banners are months of training and teamwork. I mean, like Arin mentioned, these are a bunch of different armed forces corps that are coming together to work as one for our nation.
And of course, some of the assets to show to you guys the Malaysian Armed Forces Special Forces asset. And right now, actually, we will be moving on to a special bagpipe performance by our Malaysian Army, a combination of 130 Malaysian Armed Forces led by Lieutenant Colonel Badli Hisham bin Muhammad Judah.
That's
and
right.
They will be giving an incredible performance to us.
That's right. And if you're wondering why we have bagpipes in our army, it's because it's a nod to the Scottish, the British that actually trained our army in the start. And let's throw it back to on your screens and enjoy this performance, ladies and gentlemen.
pertunjukan udara oleh pesawat-pesawat berjuang Tentera Udara Diraja Malaysia. Sama-sama kita saksikan pertunjukan udara yang akan diberikan oleh Kapten Said TUDM, Markas Tentera Udara, dan Sarjan Udara Wanita Suria, Markas Tentera Udara, Call Sign Cartoon dan Call Sign Sunshine.
Menadah tangan memohon doa, berbumbungkan langit sebagai saksi. Pergi kami demi negara, pulang kami belum pasti. Ampun Tuan. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, bagi memaparkan kebolehan dan kesiapsiagaan kuasa udara,
Kami telah menggabungkan kemahiran dan kepakaran udara Angkatan Tentera Malaysia serta agensi-agensi keselamatan dan penguatkuasaan Malaysia.
pesawat-pesawat udara yang akan dipersembahkan sebentar lagi adalah milik Tentera Udara Diraja Malaysia, Tentera Darat Malaysia, Polis Diraja Malaysia, Jabatan Bomba dan Penyelamat Malaysia serta agensi penguatkuasaan maritim Malaysia.
Pada pagi ini, Putrajaya akan digegarkan dengan deruman enjin dan aksi udara oleh pelbagai pesawat yang diterbangkan khusus untuk tatapan seluruh rakyat Malaysia.
Penampilan khas sempena sambutan kemerdekaan ke-68 kami tampilkan Yang Berbahagia Jeneral Datuk Seri Haji Muhammad Nur Razlan bin Aris TUDM, Kosan Jairo, Panglima Tentera Udara yang akan mengetuai segmen pertunjukan udara pada hari ini. Saya Kapten Said TUDM
Dan saya, Sarjan Udara Suria, Komandan anda bagi segmen pertunjukan udara pada hari ini.
Pertunjukan udara pada hari ini akan dimulakan dengan membuka tirai pertunjukan udara. Bawakan pandangan anda ke arah hadapan pentas utama.
Pertunjukan udara pada hari ini dimulakan dengan perarakan masuk pesawat berjuang Tentera Udara.
Hadirin sekalian, terimalah gerakan aerobatik keras turn.
Sebanyak 8 pesawat berjuang kini bergerak dalam formasi Delta menuju ke arah pentas utama.
Kami bawakan kepada anda gabungan penggempur berjuang demi kebebasan dan pantas memusnah.
Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, alihkan perhatian ke sebelah kiri pentas utama.
Kami tampilkan kepada anda gabungan formasi pesawat helikopter milik ATM, bomba, polis dan maritim.
Kini menghampiri pentas utama bergerak dengan kelajuan 96 km sejam pada ketinggian 213 meter.
Formasi helikopter ini diketuai oleh Lieutenant Colonel Farhan TUDM, didahului dengan pesawat milik Tentera Udara berwarna kelabu gelap, 4 buah pesawat EC-725 Armed Personnel AP.
Diikuti 3 buah pesawat AW139 milik Tentera Udara berwarna kelabu gelap.
Disusuli milik Tentera Laut berwarna kelabu gelap iaitu sebuah pesawat AW139 helikopter operasi maritim Home dan sebuah pesawat Superlink Mark 300.
Di belakang adalah milik Tentera Darat dengan mengenakan warna dan corak loreng digital Tentera Darat iaitu 2 buah pesawat MD-530 Gunship bersama 2 buah pesawat A109 Light Observation Helicopter.
Kemudiannya adalah pesawat berwarna putih, kuning dan merah iaitu milik bomba, sebuah pesawat AW109 Enhanced E.
Seterusnya, pesawat berwarna putih, merah dan biru iaitu milik polis, sebuah pesawat AW139.
Diakhiri dengan sebuah pesawat milik maritim dengan mengenakan warna merah dan putih, pesawat AS-365M3 Dolphin.
Formasi mega sebentar tadi terdiri daripada 16 buah pesawat helikopter yang telah diterbangkan dari Pangkalan Udara Subang terus ke Putrajaya khas untuk tontonan seluruh rakyat Malaysia.
Bawakan pandangan anda sekali lagi ke sebelah kiri pentas utama.
Kami bawakan kepada anda formasi pesawat angkut taktikal Maritime Surveillance Aircraft MSA.
Di bawah naungan nombor 1 skuadron Pangkalan Udara Kuching. Inilah dia, the Guardian of the Malaysian Maritime Zone.
Formasi ini diketuai oleh Lieutenant Colonel Shazwan TUDM.
Hadirin sekalian, kembalikan pandangan anda ke kiri pentas utama.
Dengan gabungan dua jenis pesawat terbesar milik TUDM, kami bawakan kepada anda formasi pesawat angkut strategik dan taktikal.
Meluncur dengan gagah pada kelajuan 756 km sejam di ketinggian 390 meter.
Di bawah naungan nombor 8 skuadron, nombor 14 skuadron dan nombor 20 skuadron Pangkalan Udara Subang dan Labuan, Malaysia. Airbus A400M Atlas, The Grizzly dan Lockheed C-130 Hercules.
Formasi ini diketuai oleh Major Farhan TUDM.
Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, bawakan pandangan ke kiri pentas utama.
Kami tampilkan kepada anda kombinasi formasi pesawat pejuang TUDM kini bergerak dalam formasi Diamond, meluncur dengan kelajuan 1000 km sejam di ketinggian 300 meter, bakal melintasi pentas utama.
Bernaung di bawah nombor 12 skuadron dan nombor 6 skuadron. Formasi pejuang ini diketuai oleh Yang Berbahagia Jeneral Datuk Seri Haji Muhammad Nur Razlan TUDM, Kosan Jairo, Panglima Tentera Udara ke-21.
Seperti yang dipertontonkan, pesawat yang mengetahui formasi ini adalah pesawat Sukhoi Su-30 MKM dengan gelaran
Toruk Makto. Pesawat pejuang 4.5 generation buatan Rusia ini adalah antara pesawat tercanggih dalam infanteri TUDM.
Pesawat ini dilengkapi dengan dua enjin transvectoring yang berupaya membolehkan pesawat ini menukar trajektori penerbangan dalam masa yang minima.
Dan telah diikuti rapat di belakang, kanan dan kiri ada pesawat Hawk Mark 208. Pesawat light combat aircraft buatan British ini berupaya melakukan misi close air support dan battlefield air interdiction. Sekali lagi kembali ke pentas utama. Formasi gabungan pesawat helikopter dalam mass formation batal melintasi pentas utama, bergerak dengan kelajuan 120 km sejam pada ketinggian 200 meter.
Formasi ini didahului dengan pesawat EC-725 AP Tentera Udara. Peranan utama pesawat ini adalah Combat Search and Rescue sisa, bantuan kemanusiaan dan bencana alam.
Bakal mengiringi formasi di sebelah kiri anda, pesawat AW139 Tentera Udara. Pesawat ini berperanan sebagai pesawat utility. Dan di sebelah kiri anda, pesawat AW139 helikopter operasi maritim Home dan Superlim Mark 300 dari Tentera Laut. Pesawat ini berperanan sebagai light observation dan anti-maritime warfare.
Diikuti di belakang pesawat MD-530G dan A109 light observation helikopter milik Tentera Darat, berperanan sebagai helikopter tempur ringan terhadap kenderaan perisai ringan dan trup infanteri serta melaksanakan tinjauan udara.
Dan disuli dengan pesawat milik Agensi Penguasaan dan Penyelamat Malaysia, pesawat A109E milik Bomber. Pesawat ini berupaya melakukan pemantauan udara, SAR dan medevac serta diguna pakai sebagai aset pengangkutan dan logistik.
Pesawat AW139 milik polis, pesawat ini berupaya melakukan pengawasan dan rondaan udara di kawasan pantai dan pendalaman terhadap kegiatan jenayah.
Dan pesawat AS365 Entry Dolphin milik Maritim. Pesawat ini berupaya melakukan penugasan kawalan maritim dan cari lamat maritim di zon maritim Malaysia dan lautan lepas.
Dengan menerbangkan jargon kata pasukan, cekal kami amalkan di mana dan apa saja gagal di angkasa, sedia berkorban, sedia berkhidmat, cepat dan mesra, serta God Protection.
Itulah tadi lintas hormat pengenalan pesawat-pesawat kebanggaan negara. Hadirin sekalian, bagi menutup tirai segmen udara pada pagi ini, anda akan digegarkan dengan aksi aerobatik oleh pesawat pejuang TUDM.
Dengan kuasa tujuan maksimal membelah awan, meluru terus ke langit.
The beast from the east, the Rimala, the Protector of the two theater, the flanker, dan the mud movers. The Rimala, aksi aerobatik, the tales. Inilah bukti keberanian, keikhlasan dan kecintaan kami. Tugas kami sentiasa berada di antara hidup dan mati. Kami terbang tinggi meredah langit bukan untuk membangga diri, tetapi untuk melindungi kedaulatan tanah tumpah darah kami. Kamilah Rider of the Last Shadow, the legacy of Toru Makto.
Dengan deruman enjin pesawat-pesawat pejuang yang mengujakan itu tadi, maka berakhirlah pertunjukan udara pada pagi ini. Teruskan menyokong dan mendoakan segala usaha kami dalam mempertahankan kedaulatan dan kesejahteraan ruang udara negara ini.
Tiada kemerdekaan tanpa pengorbanan yang mulia. Tiada kepedihan yang nyata tanpa menitisnya titisan darah ke atas tanah keramat ini. Biar sakit berit tugasan kami rasa, biar nyawa menjadi taruhan, kami bersumpah, kami berjanji. Duty, honor, sacrifice, Malaysia Madani, rakyat disantuni.
Terima kasih kepada Tentera Udara.
Wow, that definitely felt like it was a scene from the movie. In case you missed out on what happened, that was the air show, the most awaited air show that featured some of our air forces, of course. Now, how do you guys think about the air show? Was it amazing? So those of you who are watching at home, if you're not here in Dataran Putrajaya, you are definitely missing out. But it's okay because you can watch us live on RTM Click as well. And we're going to you live from TV2. Now, not only do we have adults celebrating our National Day, we have also little small children who decided to dress up. Now with me, I have Hanifa right over here. Hanifa, let me just say, you look super gorgeous. How are you enjoying this year's National Parade?
I'm really excited today.
What is your favorite series, or what are you watching? Definitely Chitra Madani will be the next one you guys are looking for. So let's go and watch this special performance, Chitra Madani. Everyone!
Tergerimis mendatang mengusir ceria. Usah lagi bermimpi.
by the National Department of Culture and Arts. Now, this is actually a collaboration of Permata Sanitari, government agencies and departments, cultural NGOs, and the Ministry of Education Malaysia students. I love the colors, the transition of the music. Daryl,
You know,
oh my God.
one of the things I wanted to highlight was, first of all, that one little girl in that army outfit. She was killing it. I love the sass. And secondly, what you're seeing on screen, or earlier on when you could see on screen, the human graphics. They absolutely supported that performance and killed it. Amazing stuff. Alina, what were your thoughts
I think as a
when we saw
performance,
that?
it was incredible. I'm just thinking about how many choreographers were behind that, right? And how did it all come together?
That must have taken months and months of work. I think the work that goes into your music takes a really long time. What do you think about this kind of a setup or a performance?
Exactly. I mean, I'm just one person, right? So if what I do takes a long time, I think something like this, I mean, it takes a long time, but a lot of people as well.
Yeah, and
to
of
put
course,
it together.
all those performances we saw were from different age groups, various age groups, and we know sometimes it's not that easy to coordinate with the younger ones as well. And I think they absolutely smashed it. Now, speaking about younger ones, Alina, when young Malaysians watch your music or your music videos, especially, I particularly highlight the younger ones because I think it's very important to inspire the youth of the next generation. What do you hope they feel about their identity and culture when they watch your performances or your music videos?
I hope they feel that our culture or just any kind of cultural heritage is cool and it can be cool. And I hope they feel inspired as well to learn their own cultural heritage, you know, because I think so often here with arts and with media and with movies, you know, we look so much at international stuff, but we have so much here that we can learn and tap into, and if we don't carry it, then who's going to carry it, right?
I think you're absolutely right. You hit that nail on the head. Malaysia has so much homegrown talent,
so much to offer,
that we need to start tapping into it a lot more often.
Truly, truly. And Elena, I actually have two questions to ask you, and I want to just shift gears a little back to our National Day Parade today. Of course, we're celebrating our 68th year of independence. The first thing is, which was your most favorite asset or contingent? Which was the most appealing to you?
I think one of them that I always love, to be honest, is the air show. I really look forward to it.
Don't we all?
Yeah, it's just so incredible, and the way that we could see the pilots POV as
that
well.
special camera view that we got, right?
Yeah, because growing up we never get to see that, right? It's something that's quite new. I also really enjoy just seeing all the different uniforms and the marching bands, and you know, everybody moving together. Yeah, I think
because that's where we learn, right? That's where we get to see.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel the same
things
way.
that we never get to see.
Yeah.
And I also really, I always really enjoy seeing the army with their different types of camouflage, because my kampong is actually near the border, and I'm sure that there's some maybe army position there, but I don't know. So it's just like, you know, crazy to imagine that these are just around us, but we never get to see them.
Correct. I mean, like we mentioned earlier, right? A lot of the times we don't really think about what goes on behind the scenes. But there's so many people working tirelessly to bring us to where we are today. I mean, from our first Merdeka up until now, our 68th, from where it started in Stadium Merdeka to look at where we are today. Dataran Putrajaya, just the city itself is beautiful, and so much progress has been made as a nation.
Yes, and right now we're actually going back to what's happening at the Dataran Putrajaya Center of Dataran Putrajaya. We actually have the main guard of honor taking their position as we have our royal departure of their majesties, the King and Queen of Malaysia, along with a more royal departure ceremony as well. And I think it's amazing to see all the performances, the air shows, everything that we have so far. And you also have the Human Graphic Choir. I really want to give a shout out to them, because they've been there working it out
all
from the start to finish.
Braving the heat, braving the rain.
And cheering for every contingent, every organization, company that marches across the parade today. We're truly honored to have witnessed this right here for the first time ever, the live grandstand here at Dataran Putrajaya. Now we're going to head to the royal departure of the King and Queen of Malaysia.
Keberangkatan Kebawah Yang Maha Mulia Seri Paduka Baginda Yang di-Pertuan Agong dan Kebawah Duli Yang Maha Mulia Seri Paduka Baginda Raja Permaisuri Agong meninggalkan majlis.
Daulat Tuanku! Daulat Tuanku! Daulat Tuanku!
Em dạy kia.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the departures of Their Majesties, the Yang di-Pertuan Agong Sultan Ibrahim and the Queen of Malaysia, Raja Permaisuri Agong, Raja Zarith Sofia, and of course, you see on your screens as well, there's a lot of other VIPs, or VVIPs, leaving our Prime Minister as well, Prime Minister of Malaysia, Yang Berhormat Amat Berhormat Datuk Sri Anwar bin Ibrahim also taking his leave. How was that for you, Erin?
It was amazing, and of course, once again, along with the other, I would say, the contingents, the assets that we witnessed, it's nice to also see the royal protocols that also entails as well for these kind of large events and crowds. Now, again, I want to highlight to you guys, along with Elena Murang that we have on the show today, we actually brought Zoe back in here. Zoe, you're finally out of the sunlight.
I'm finally out of the sunlight. I was sweating like crazy, but again, what I really love, that's something that our friends at home, our families at home who are watching us live, what they don't get to experience when they're here is the kemeriahan, is the Malaysian spirit. You see how everyone dressed up. You even had people, waving their flags. We even had non-Malaysians coming down to celebrate with us.
I did see some foreigners.
So again, I want to thank everyone who was super friendly today and super semangat for being here, especially those of you who were here since the evening yesterday.
Amazing, amazing. Of course, once again, we have Elena Murang, as you all know, probably you know, you may not know, she is, of course, a famous sape player, especially in Dayak music. Now, Elena, I did have a second question. Initially, I wanted to ask you, if you were to craft a musical performance for the Merdeka Parade, what story would you want to tell? Would it be through the sape, and also what kind of story would you want to tell people?
I think, of course, for me, it would be through the sape, because that's what I play. And sape, actually, a lot of sape music is about togetherness, and a lot of the lyrics are about being together, because even up in the highlands, we are very mixed people. So that's the story that I would tell her. Just tell the story of togetherness of Malaysia and Malaysians. Amazing.
Okay, just before we say goodbye to you, Elena, okay, when you show, in a lot of your videos, you showcase Sarawakian landscapes. How do you see them contributing, how Malaysia, or rather how the world sees Malaysia and Sarawak as a whole?
Well, actually, my last music video, Warrior Spirit, was shot in Selangor. So both, you know, Sarawak and Malaysian landscapes, to me, it's so beautiful. And a lot of people don't know that in Malaysia, we actually have the oldest rainforest in the world. That's amazing. It's like millions of years old, you know. And for me, that's something just so incredibly special. And I want to showcase that to Malaysians and just people all over the world.
Amazing stuff. That's definitely the, you can see her beaming with pride as a proud Malaysian, just as you guys should be feeling up at home as well.
Yes,
so we're actually about to start wrap things up. Those of you again who are at home, thank you so much for watching our National Parade 2025. On behalf of RTM, we want to wish you Happy National Day 2025!
Ya disantuni timur barat selatan dan utara, Malaysia madani hai bersatu hati, kita semua sama Malaysia.
Satu hati walau berbilang bangsa, kan bersama bawa naungannya. Satu jiwa tak kira apa warna, takkan ada yang memisahkan kita. Selamanya Malaysia kita, Melayu, Cina, India, Intan, Kadasan kita sejiwa. Malaysia madani, rakyat disantuni, timur, barat, selatan dan utara. Malaysia madani, hai bersatu hati, kita semua sama Malaysia. Malaysia madani, rakyat disantuni, satukan rasa demi negara. Malaysia madani, hai bersatu hati, kita semua sama Malaysia. Berdiri megah, selamanya kita bersama, warisan takkan binasa.
Assalamualaikum dan salam Malaysia Madani. Selamat menyambut Hari Kebangsaan dan Hari Malaysia 2025 kepada seluruh rakyat Malaysia. Hari ini kita memperingati tarikh dan semangat kemerdekaan. Perjuangan untuk menebus maruah bangsa dan membina negara berdaulat. Semangat itu mesti kita teruskan dengan membina masyarakat maju, bermaruah dan bersatu padu. Kibarkanlah jalur gemilang dengan penuh bangga. Bersama kita perkuatkan perpaduan dan mara menuju masa depan yang lebih cemerlang. Malaysia Madani, rakyat disantuni. Selamat menyambut Hari Kebangsaan dan selamat menyambut Hari Malaysia.
Malaysia Madani, hai bersatu hati, kita semua sama Malaysia. Malaysia Madani, rakyat disantuni, timur, barat, selatan dan utara. Malaysia Madani, hai bersatu hati, kita semua sama Malaysia.
And his crew sailing the seas off to the rescue. Vamonos, let's go on a pirate adventure. See, love the seas, don't think anyone in need. Lives by the good pirate's creed.
Comet cupcakes. Postres de cometa.
Keep your eyes to the sky, mateys. The comet will be here any minute.
Is that it, Captain Sprinkles?
No, Santiago, those are stars.
How about that?
No, that's the moon. Oh, no, Kiko, that's just a firefly. A comet is a glowing rock with a shiny tail that flies through space.
I see it. Whoa! Oh, ahoy, mateys! We're here on a very special night with our favorite baker, Captain Sprinkles. It's the one night of the year a comet flies through our skies. And that means we get to make comet cupcakes!
They're the yummiest cupcakes ever. And they glow in the dark.
But we need one last ingredient, a comet lily. They give me cupcakes their special glow.
Where do you find comet lilies?
In this here lagoon.
Do you think he knows there's nothing there? The lagoon! Gotta go!
Shimmering sea stars.
You can only see the lagoon under the light of the comet, and the lilies we seek are in there.
We need to get that special ingredient for the comet cupcakes. Adventure awaits, me hearties! Piratas ahoy!
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing me!
My fans, don't you feel lucky tonight? You get to hear me sing. All eyes on me now. Shine the light on me now. My harmonies flow. You bask in my glow. It's the greatest show. Soy la más bella. The one true estrella. I'll leave you amazed, dazzled and crazed as my legend grows tall. 'Cause I'm the greatest star of all.
That was the end. You silly jellies wouldn't know talent if it swam into your face. Escarlata is a star. I deserve more than this. A better audience, a bigger stage, brighter lights. bola de cristal. How can I outshine them all? Comet lilies. Perfecto! With those as my spotlights, everyone will see how talented Escarlata truly is!
This banana split boat is amazing.
Yeah, and it's making me hungry.
Thank you for all your help. You see, adventures are a wee bit too scary for old Captain Sprinkles. I prefer to stay in me kitchen.
That's what good pirates do. Help their mateys.
Crumble me cookies.
Increíble! The comet lilies!
For the cupcakes, we only take a wee bit of pollen so the flowers can bloom year after year. Jumpin' jelly girl!
It's me! Lilies that glow, come join my show!
Escarlata, you have to put them back. If they aren't replanted, the comet lilies will never grow again.
With these comet lilies, no one will ever shine as bright as Escarlata. Oh, I wish you could see my show, but I don't think you'll be able to make it. Come stay a while, my hungry crocodile. Good luck getting out of this one. Ta-da!
We're surrounded! They must think our boat is a real banana split.
Boy, I wish I was in me kitchen right now.
Don't worry, Captain Sprinkles. I've got this. Bubble from the sea, make a birthday cake for me. No creature can resist birthday cake.
All right, mateys. We need to find Escarlata and rescue those comet lilies.
And quick! If the comet crosses the sky before we get them replanted, they will disappear forever.
And no one will ever be able to eat comet cupcakes again. Vámonos!
Kita periksa kawasan ni kan, mungkin ada sesuatu yang tersembunyi di bawah ni. Betul tu. Dari laporan kajian tu, ada unsur uranium pada batu tu.
Apa? Tunggu kau. Aku akan cari sampai dapat.
General, kami semua menunggu arahan.
Apa berlaku ni? Siapa awak?
Simpan baju ni. Dia berguna ke canda.
Salam sejahtera dan salam Malaysia Madani. Kepada saudara-saudariku yang saya muliakan. Negara tanah air kita tercinta ini adalah masyarakat berbilang kaum. Anak Melayu, anak kita. Anak Cina, anak kita. Anak India, anak kita. Dan kita semua adalah anak Malaysia. Maka, sempena menjelang bulan kemerdekaan yang keramat dan juga mulia ini, kita akan sentiasa menjaga perpaduan, keharmonian dan Melayu Cina India. Kita bercantum sebagai satu keluarga untuk kita terus mengangkat tanah air kita sebagai negara yang disanjung, dimuliakan di pentas global. Ayo Malaysia Madani. Selamat menyambut Hari Kebangsaan dan Hari Malaysia. Malaysia Madani, rakyat disantun.
Malaysia Madani, hai bersatu hati, kita semua sama Malaysia. Malaysia Madani, rakyat disantuni, timur, barat, selatan dan utara. Malaysia Madani, hai bersatu hati, kita semua sama Malaysia.
You are sneaky, you are powerful, you are a star. All of East Langkanto will see me in Escarlata will finally get all the adoration she deserves! Dwellers of Dryland, come to the greatest show in the sea!
There she is!
And there be the comet lilies.
Escarlata, we need to get those comet lilies back to the lagoon before the comet crosses the sky, or they will never grow again.
Good! Now no one can ever shine as bright as Escarlata la Pirata!
Oh, Escarlata, you are more selfish than a shellfish.
My audience is here!
Escarlata, I can't let you do this.
Oh, pirate protectors always think they can tell everyone what to do. Don't you know that the show must go on? Barrels form a wall so Escarlata can answer Stardom's call! Jellies, make sure the lights always follow the star of the show. Mwah!
Mateys, the comet is almost across the sky. We need to get those comet lilies and fast. But how? Escarlata will see you coming. Not if she's distracted. Tomas, you take the stage and steal the spotlight for Escarlata. Lorelai and I will take care of the rest. Aye, aye, Capitan.
Bubbles of air take us from here to over there.
All eyes on me now. Shine a light on me now. My harmonies flow. You bask in my glow. It's the greatest show. Soy la más bella, the one true estrella. I'll leave you amazed, dazzled and crazed as my legend grows tall.
Oh, hi everyone. Yeah, this is just a distraction song. But don't worry, it won't last too long. I'm just making it all up as I go along. I'm taking up time. Yeah, just taking up time.
Soy la más bella, the one true estrella.
Hey, check me out. Check out my distraction. It's starting to make me the main attraction in time.
Eyes on me now. Shine a light on me now. My harmonies
I'm going to keep singing this way, so Santi and Lorelai can save the day. Escarlata, your days of stealing comet lilies are over. Lorelai?
Wave of the sea, stop the show for me.
Sorry, Escarlata. Spotlights are like comet cupcakes. They're better when shared with friends.
Jack, you fine. You don't get to hear my second song.
Oh, me hearties! The comet is almost across the sky. We need to replant those comet lilies before it's too late. Blimey, I almost forgot. I need a smidge of pollen for me comet cupcakes.
We did it, mateys! We saved the comet lilies!
Who's ready for dessert?
Me! Finally! Another great pirate adventure, me hearties! Tina's new friend. Tina y su nuevo amigo.
Told ya there'd be treasure. The queen of the pirates is never wrong.
You sure did, boss. You sure did.
And with my Bonnie traps all over the jungle, we won't have to worry about anyone
trying to nab it from us. Especially that do-gooder pirate.
Hey, Santiago!
Yeah?
Avast, Bonnie! I can't let you take that stone off this island. Time to put it back.
Woo! We'll see about that.
Right behind you, Ami!
Yeah, foolish!
Booby trap! Hang on, hermano.
Find my treasure!
Oh, I got it! Come to Papa!
I got it! Bingo!
Eso!
Oh, wow! I caught it! Uh-oh. That's not good.
That was close.
And fun!
Santi, can you hear me? My communicator must be broken.
Oh!
If I can get someplace high up, I can use my spotting scope to look for Santi, Tomas, and Lorelai. Perfecto. Una estatua? Whoa! Something's wrong. Tina isn't answering. Compass, where's Tina? There she is! Let's go get her!
Not without me! That is not without my help. I have booby traps all over the jungle. You want to make it to Tina in one piece? You'll need my help.
Why should we trust you? She's right. We need her. But no funny business, okay, Bonnie? Vamos, amigos.
Wow, boss! It's so nice of you to help Santi and his friends find Tina.
Psh, Lotto, that girl's got our treasure. And that makes finding her the only way to get it back.
Oh? Oh!
Whoa! ¡Qué maravilla! This blue stone looks like it fits perfectly into that slot. I wonder...